Rabbi Dr Roth. We have been used to learning Torah, learning the meaning of Judaism and meaning how to do Judaism by sitting in our classroom, sitting with a rabbi, teaching frontal, speaking with him. But there are new technologies, new things that can be improved also in schools, also everybody. What do you think about it, and what have you been doing for that?
For the last few years I've been putting together some very exciting educational material. It's being used in over 300 schools and shuls and kiruv organizations around the world. What I'm seeing is that there's such demand. The world is so thirsty for high quality multimedia material. I mean, everyone's taking information nowadays, right? Videos, everywhere you walk, everything is pictures, animations. You go to the airport, you go into a taxi, it's all around us. We can't run away from it. Basically what I'm doing, and I'm devoting my life to doing, is to translate our Torah, our heritage, into the language that people today are talking.
What have been your experience with this material? Which material do you think it's more friendly for the people, that people say, this is what I wanted, I didn't know it, I could find it?
What topics do I teach?
Yes, what topics do you think it's more the most important or the most success topics that people are looking for it?
Well, the first presentation I made was actually on charity, about giving 10% to charity. I interviewed wealthy business people who openly said that the secret to their wealth was giving 10%, and I gave this presentation all over the place. People who weren't giving 10% to charity started giving 10% as a result. People who were already giving 10% started giving 20% as a result. I saw the multimedia just has a power to get through to people. In fact, one presentation I gave on the charity one, somebody told me that they wrote a check for $200,000 after the presentation to charity. It was based on a story that I told during the presentation about...
Many people will want your presentation now, hearing about it.
Okay.
I know many institutions who will ask you that video to send it to many people.
Sure. To come to toralive.com, and I'm happy to, get to know whoever's watching and whoever's interested. I gave the presentation, I told the story of Harry Fisher. You ever heard of Harry Fisher?
Yes.
Yeah, you heard of Harry?
A little bit.
So, he's a philanthropist, a multimillionaire.
I saw you in your presentation.
So before he left Europe, he went to the Chofetz Chaim, a great sage, for a blessing. And the Chofetz Chaim said to him, if you want to succeed in business, take God as your partner in every endeavor. Before you enter a business deal, make a reckoning of how much you stand to make, work out 10%, how much 10% would be of the deal, and write a check to charity. And say to God, if the deal goes through, in this check I have over here, it's good, it's for you, it's for charity. And if the deal doesn't go through, I have nothing to share with you. I told this story, I tell other stories, and this one businessman was planning to cut a $2 million estate deal the next day, and he wrote a check for $200,000. Now, the deal didn't go through, so he didn't give the money to charity, but still what made me stop and think is, what's going on? When was the last time somebody sat in an hour lecture on charity, and somebody who wasn't a philanthropist before, who's never written a check close to that amount, suddenly writes $200,000 checks? I realized multimedia just has such a power to get through to people. And so from that one presentation, we've developed all different kinds of
That was a presentation for a philanthropist, for big people, for
no,
all
it was a regular businessman.
All right, for a businessman. But you can teach also kids. Kids, they get more with they are used to TV, video games, computers, cell phones. Is this the new way to get rich and to reach the kids and young people?
I'll tell you, the Torah tells us that Moshe Rabbeinu, was told, he was commanded, make for yourself trumpets. And the Talmud expounds from the word lecha, for you, that the trumpets were only to be used by Moses, by Moshe, and no one else. For Yoshua to use the same trumpet that Moshe was using would be forbidden. Dayan Abramsky, who was a big rabbi, Dayan in London, used to explain that the message of this teaching is as follows. Each generation has their way, their medium, that they get people to come and learn. What's the purpose of the trumpet? A trumpet is there to stir people, to arouse them, to inspire them to come and learn. And the way that we arouse people to come and learn, that changes according to the generation. So for Moshe, the trumpets was good, but for Yeshua to use the same medium as Moshe was using would have been forbidden. Every generation has to use its trumpets to communicate and give over the beauty of our Torah. And what I'm doing is finding the trumpets for our generation. The content is eternal. The content is above time. It's the same halachot that were taught 1,000 years ago, but what we need to do is to take that content and to translate it into a medium that people are interested in listening today.
For somebody that is already dati, or for somebody that already knows about religion, or for somebody that says, all right, for my kids, instead of watching TV, watch a video, learn a book, it's easy to get them the material and that they will see it and it's part of. But for many kids, the major in the Jewish community, they have TVs. You have to compete with many programs, with football, sports, and many other activities like, I don't know, video games. How to make your videos or your material interesting for them and not to be another material from Moses. I've seen it. There are many films about Moses, I don't know, Pesach, Hanukkah. But when they get to the kid, they said, another picture? No, we saw it already in school. How to get them interested in your material? How have you been doing that?
Well, the videos speak for themselves. If you go to toralive.com and you see the video we have on our homepage, you can see the quality. We use special effects, we use great graphics, animations, humor. We video all parts of Israel, exciting places that people will just have access to. Masada, the Dead Sea, Tiberia. I mean, basically, my principle is, we have to give Torah in the most beautiful way possible. Just like when the Jewish people crossed the Yam Suf, they took upon themselves that they're going to beautify God, and they do a mitzvah, they're going to do it in the most beautiful way. So too, when we have to teach Torah, we have to do it in the most beautiful way, and therefore I'm using the highest end technology, cutting edge graphics. Take a look for yourself, and you'll see that it's gripping, it's riveting stuff. I mean, I'm getting emails every day from people all over the world, teachers in Toronto, in Australia, people wanting it in German, somebody wants it in Russian. Every day I'm getting emails from all over the world. So, thank God, a lot of Siyata Shmaya, and Hidna Hashem ki tov ki lo yolom chasdei.
So, yeah. How do you think it's the best advice for parents or for people to learn about Torah, to watching your videos? Which will be the best advice? How to take your videos and explain them to the people and have them in a classroom, or what is your experience and what is the best tips you could give about teaching it?
So in toralive.com, we're in the middle of putting all the videos online. We do two things. We have home videos that people can just sit in the comfort of their home and learn about mezuzah, charity, tevilat kilim, kashrut, brachot. That's what I call home versions, and that's available on my site. But then for the teachers, I have a whole other thing that's not yet on the site. What we have for teachers is teacher versions. That's software that the teachers use as they're teaching. I'm not on the screen for that. I'm giving them the graphics, instructor's guide, explaining what they're going to be teaching for each graphic. And that's a whole other part. Anybody wants to email me for more information, I'll be happy to do that. We have over 20 hours of education material, halacha, hashkafa, and as I said, go to see it to believe it.
And in the home part, you don't have a part for parents or kids to ask and say, all right, I already saw the video. What's next? Or just watch the video and that's it?
That's a good question. My vision is to make that after you've watched each video, you'll have online quizzes, tests, multiple choice questions, games that will test you on your material. I'm modeling myself on the Sal Khan Academy. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. Basically, he's done that for physics and chemistry. After the children watch the videos, they can test themselves, and I like to do that. And it's just a matter of funding. You know, I'm struggling to get by month by month. I'm looking for visionaries who want to join me in revolutionizing Jewish education throughout the world, to take our Torah and to create this whole curriculum with quizzes, with tests, and to excite people in a way that they've never been done before.
It's different to teach Judaism, Torah, than teaching or making a video for mathematics, chemistry, or it's the same principle, or you have to be...
Challenges we have as Jewish educators are much greater, because math is part of the curriculum in school. The kids have to learn it. If a college kid has to know algebra. But for many people, the Jewish topics, I'm not interested, they don't have to learn it. So we have two battles. Not only do we have to give over the material, we have to first excite and motivate the child to learn. And that's why we aim for such a high level of graphics, so that it motivates the children. But yes, you're right. You're right, Isaac. It's much, much harder with Jewish topics, because anything good, you know, even the nation is working
just something other. That's what it's like, something other. One day I will see it when I have time.
Right, exactly. So yeah, it's a challenge, but with God's help, we can do it, and we are doing it, and I'm seeing miracles in this work.
We hope in Diario Judío we can help you spread your word, spread your work, and people watch it and learn a little bit more and learn some things about it. I saw your material, some of your material, and you're not speaking just about religion. You have many other
Sure, we have character traits, overcoming jealousy, working on anger. We just put out a whole series now on smiling, 5 different levels of smiling, positivity. So yeah, my vision is to take every good character trait, every mitzvah, every halacha, and translate it into this new medium, this new language. And welcome to check it out, toralive.com. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from your readers and your viewers. Thanks for the time.
Thank you very much.